In today's news headlines, a woman and a child were washed away by flood waters in Montego Bay. An elderly woman and a child were swept away by flood waters in Westgate, St. James, a few minutes ago. A 71-year-old man and a 25-year-old woman were rescued. The family was traveling in a car that became inundated. According to one woman who was traveling in the car, she had to swim and hold on to a branch. She said that everyone managed to get out of the vehicle before rushing waters caused it to overturn. The car then disappeared, as well as the wife of the elderly man and a 12-year-old. Heavy rains have been lashing many parishes since morning. According to reports coming in, several St. James communities are underwater. In further news, the St. James police found a gun that was hidden in a neglected building. The St. James police seized a Glock 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 4 9mm cartridges in Bogue Heights. The police have mentioned that no one was arrested in relation to this seizure. The weapon and ammunition were seized during an operation on Comet Drive in Bogue Heights. The police mentioned that close to 2:45 p.m., a team was conducting operations in the vicinity when a neglected building was searched and the weapon and ammunition were found in a multicolored sock covered under a zinc. Indicom has issued notices to 8 soldiers for statements in relation to the killing that occurred in Denham Town recently. The Independent Commission of Investigations has mentioned that it has served 8 members of the JDF notices to provide statements in relation to the fatal shooting of a man by a soldier in Denham Town, Kingston, last week. Indicom mentioned that the soldiers are also required to attend its offices for interviews. A detailed initial account of the incident was provided by one member of the team. No account has been provided by the soldier directly involved in the shooting incident. Indicom has mentioned that the weapons of the soldiers have been processed and sealed for submission to the ballistics lab for testing. The body of the deceased man was also processed, with investigators taking photographs and swabbing the hands before the body was sealed in a bag, pending a post-mortem examination. The commissioner of Indicom, along with members of his team, visited Charlestown in Denham Town, where the incident occurred on Saturday. 32-year-old Orain Glenn was shot dead by a soldier on Saturday afternoon. Relatives mentioned that Glenn intervened in an altercation between the soldier and another man. However, there are claims that Glenn was shot after he tried to disarm a soldier of an M16 weapon.